Hey, this is Jared. We're back here on the lead gen form item. So first, we are going to we're actually going to build a basic component, add it to these three sections, and then from there, we are going to finish building out the component. So that one is 46, 45, 44. Uh, Component 43. So let's see, how do I tag? Work done on not people. I'll just create a link for this. Share, copy link. There we go. Work done on this task, like so. All right. And then I'm just going to complete these out because there's no sense in having them around. And the reason for that is because there's a lot to do. And I'll show you what I mean here in a minute. Okay. So assign to me, we are going to start to develop and let's create a branch. Now this is going to be done on the public website. So that's where our repo will be. Public. Go from the main branch and voila. Okay. So here, API, switch to public and fetch the new data, which will give us the branch. There we go. Copy branch name, add a branch created. There we go. And we are off to the races. So our API is running, all good there. So now we need to start the server on our website. And then once that's ready, I'll show you guys. Boop, 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 boop. 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 Sometimes getting this stuff to load up the first time is pretty brutal, especially when we're working with a lot of information. All right, so we got this page pulled up here on our computer. You'll notice the domain says localhost port 3000. That is basically we're just building this on our computer instead of building it on an actual website. So this, I'm going to go about this wide. Yep. There we go. That way you can see what it's going to look like when we put it in there. So for now, I need to create a component that is basic and put it in here so you can see that it's work. So you can see that it's there. And then here, I'll do the same thing on the other two pages. All right, so while those load up, we are finished with the API here. And as soon as it catches up with me, those colors will go away. Uh-oh. Starting to seize up. Come on now. Got a lot of stuff happening at once. A lot of resources being used. So, public, we'll start with our package file. That way we can keep track of, we'll make sure we update the version number once we're done. Okay. So, source. There we go. We're going to work on pages, podcast, nonprofit, and business. These are going to be on the slug pages. Okay. Okay. And we need a component. This is going to go here. New folder, form. Let's just copy one of these. New file. Lead gen TSX. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna gut all of this. Yeah. Here, I'll do it this way. I want that one. All right. All right. I'll take those out for now. I don't know if I'll need them or not. We're gonna take off the WordPress post, and we're gonna take off the props. Put something basic in there for now, and then we're gonna call this the lead gen form. Okay, pretty basic. All it's gonna say here is form goes here, right? And I'm gonna make that fairly big. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That way we can see. That's an H2. I'll do half of that. That way it's all fairly big and you can see what it's going to look like on the page. So then on each of these pages, see we have a section for the header, a section. Here's the main content. Okay. Here is the description. We're going to add the form here because all of these items are children. We're going to add this at the bottom, actually. The reason why we're adding it at the bottom is because we want it to be at the bottom on phones. So that is the mobile first approach. So we'll save that. It's looking to try to find that. Nope. We're gonna have to manually do this. Okay. Here we go. So import lead gen form from components, molecules, form, lead gen. There we go. So now when we go to pull up our pages, at the very bottom, form goes here. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like crap. Don't worry. There's that one. We need a nonprofit. I'll just pull up this one here. And then we need a podcast. I'll pull that one up. All right. If you're wondering why the text looks prettier right now, that's because there's something that is broken preventing this beautiful text from loading. So some ugly text is loading on the live website. So that is no fun. All right, so that is done on the business page. And then we'll do it again. Components, molecule. There we go. I'll probably need to move that up. There we go. Components, molecule, and then we'll add this to the bottom here. Header section main. Boom, boom, boom. Lead gen form. Like so. So that is the nonprofit here. You can see that chaos at the bottom. And then same thing here. We'll add it to our podcast. And then we'll add it to here. Like so. And now it's here on the podcast. So I'm going to do the development here on the podcast, and then I'll add some styles to the other pages when we get there, so you can see what it's supposed to look like. That way we can actually see all the changes here live. Okay, so right out the gate, we need to add some page content. I'll just start with this. Transfer this to here. We're going to import grid. Boom. We're going to get rid of this. We'll get rid of the icon. Contact. Okay. That's going to get interesting. Okay. I'm going to hide that for now. Contact page title. Like I'll do it like that. So I'll swap out page title for whoever is there. There we go. So that means we're going to need to add a title. That's what we'll use here. Like so. Which for now it'll show up blank. Yep. Okay. So we need a form. So our form elements from our API, actually I'll pull it from Postman. Here's our form elements from the API. So these are the fields we need to capture. So we need first start with a form. Then we need input for email. listing URL and slug will capture name, phone, message. Pretty simple. Okay, so we'll need a group and a label for each. Actually, I'm using MEY. I'll just use those components. Um, we go MEY, which stands for Material User Interface. So this is just a library that I've used to put this together. Conceptually, I love it, but at the same time, I found it very hard to work with. So that makes things interesting. All right, so we need a text field. Actually, you know what? Work smarter, not harder. Portal, source, components, molecules, forms. We'll do business, contact, and we'll copy all of that. Good enough. Okay. So that is our form. So it's going to look crazy because I got to add a lot of stuff. So email, phone, we want both of those. There is no default value. Nice. I'm going to use that, but I'm going to leave it there. Let's see. Address, we don't need any of those. Country, we don't need a country. Button, we're going to use button. Okay. So these two we'll save for later, but email is already done and phone is already done. So we need a name and a message. Sweet. Email, phone, name, message. We'll go with name. Okay. Lead gen contact form. Okay. Name, email, phone. There's no default value. And this is going to be message. And for the message block, we want a placeholder to say something like, oh, we can't do why are you contacting them? Let's say, what do you want? Seems a little vague and pushy at the same time. So let's go with, I'll just leave it out. That's fine. Submit contact lead. Okay. There we go. Message, phone, and then those other two items I'll save for in a minute. So I'm just going to throw those up here for now. There we go. We don't need that anymore. And I'll take this off for now. There we go. So we have 4 fields and a submit button. Cool. So that means here we should have 4 fields and a submit, right? It's already branded. So now we just need a container. Something like that. There we go. That's probably still a little big. There we go. And then for style, modules, this is the lead gen contact form. Okay. Forms. What we want to do is put a little spacing in between those. So we want to separate each child of this form input. Like that. I wish that would have worked. Okay. This is why I dislike MUI, because you have to deal with a lot of crap. Um, there we go. Let's try that. Okay. Let's try it this way. Let's see. Form elements, and this is a like that. Nope. Nope. See, the problem is this generated crap. Okay. So we need to take that and that and that and get rid of that. Nope. 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 Yeah, this is fucking annoying. You haven't figured that out already. Okay. Hmm. Well, that leaves us with the alternate option, which I very much dislike, and that is add this stuff directly on the forms. So that I hate doing that, but it works. Of course it does. All right. Now we got our spacing. It's probably still too much. Let's try 10. There we go, because that's going to live on the side of a page. Okay. Now we have all of these items, right? All of that works. We actually need 20 to create space for that. Okay. So all of that's good. Next, we need to create something called, well, we're going to do 3 things. Well, technically 4. So first, we're going to do this. First, we need a form handler and an API handler. Different methods here in the class. So submit the update and send the data. And then we need a form validation at the same time. Okay. So this is going to be called form title. There we go. Okay. And the rest of this is going to be in something called state, which is going to be fun. So we have 4 fields. Form name error, true or false. Form email error, true or false. Form phone error, true or false. And form message error, true or false. And then we have to find out, is form valid, true or false. Okay. Now we can take this and we can add it to the components and we can set defaults. Form name error, false. Okay. So technically we want the form to be false as well, so it doesn't submit. So this gives us our baseline. And for the purposes of testing, I'll show you what this looks like. True, 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 true. So with each one of those, we can do this. Form email error. Well, this is phone, so phone error. And that goes there. So we have form name error. And this is going to be something like name is required. Pretty simple. Form email error. Please use a valid email. Or there we go. And then please use a valid phone number, and then message is required. Okay. So those, well, all of that needs to be commented out. There we go. So those should now show an error. Oh, if that's true, if that's true, if that's true, if that's true, there we go. So now they're showing up like so, and they're not part of this. Let's see. Let's just try this. Let's try it that way. Yep, didn't think so. Okay. So that means we need some beautiful little CSS. Make this pretty. So we're gonna take the looks like there's a margin on this. So we need color, red. Margin, we're gonna go with 10 pixels on top and bottom and 0 left and right. Cool. And because that's 20, we now have to take it down to 10. Okay. So that should be good. Form error message. Yep, it didn't work. I hate it when this shit doesn't work like this. Might have to use a MUI component. There we go. Okay. So that's working. And now these can come down to 10. Boom. All right, that looks a lot better. Okay. So if nothing is entered, then each of these messages will show up. And when everything is entered and formatted correctly, then all of these messages will go away and you can submit the form. Okay. So let's add a little flair to this. Let's add if state is form valid. Let's do this form ready message. That sounds cool. Yeah, I'll just go with green. And then ready to submit. Like so. Oh, duh. Like so. Ready to submit. There you go. So by default, we want each of them to show false. So we'll turn these off. And it'll all go away. Cool. So now we need to build out our form validation so these show up correctly. So in order to do that, we need to check all of these. So these are going to be kind of easy. So let's see. We want to, that's the portal. I have, did I use phone on here? Yep. Here's, oh, I already have that example in there. Nice. Okay. So phone is in there. So now we just need some email. Regex. There's portal. Here's API. Here is source, database, accounts, email regex. That's password. Oh, we don't have one for email. Okay. No worries. Regex 101. Here we go. That's password. I was messing with this the other day for a different project. Regex for email. There it is. Okay, so we have our email regex. And then I need to import the foam package. Um, yep. Nice. We can start our app back up. So phone, import, nope. Phone, nope. Import phone from phone. There we go. That should work. Country, US. All right. Yeah, see, I did it differently in the other project. So there is the email regex. Here is our phone validate here. And then we have our other ones are going to be easier. So all right, so we're going to set state, which means we're going to define all of these. Okay. So form name. We now need to define a data object. So let's do something simple like this. Yep, okay. Lead gen data. So in here we have a name. We have an email. We have a phone, and we have a message like that. Okay. And that data needs to be imported from here. Yep. Yeah, I kind of need it to be a DTO. So, um, just gonna copy it. This one. Okay, so that is string. Because those are classes, aren't they? Yep, like that. Okay. Uh, is not empty. This is more than just a string. This is an email. Okay, like so. Okay. Now we can plug it into here. Yep, that's right. Cool. Okay. So that's a big deal. Making sure our data is formatted correctly. Okay. So now that our data is formatted correctly, we need form name, name dot length is greater than 1. So this is going to run the check and it's going to return true or false. For message, data dot message dot length is greater than 1. It's going to do the same thing. And then the email regex. So phone, that's going to test that. And then we're going to do email regex dot test We're going to test this against the email, which realistically, our DTO is going to provide some of that support as well. Ooh. So we don't want our browsers, real quick. We don't want the browser to do anything we don't want it to do. And sometimes it's going to do its own type of validation thing. So we're going to turn this no validate true. So that way the browser doesn't try to do anything we don't want. Okay, so we've set up all of these. Now we need to define, or we need to find out if any of them are true, or if any of them are true. All right. So if form, if this dot state dot form email error, or this dot state dot form message error, or this dot state dot form name error, or phone error, then turn this dot set state is form valid false, else true, like so. So if this is true, meaning it has an error, or this is true, or this is true, or this is true, then the form is not valid. Otherwise, the form is valid. So that is our form validation. So now we come in here on change. And we add some form validation and we can check. That did not work. Why? Here we go. That's how it's supposed to work. Oh, because we didn't send it any data. That's why. Okay, hold on. So, okay. So we need to collect data and send it here. And that is all of the data to validate all of the fields. So this is what it's going to look like right here. So we need to create a new method called handle handle data. Okay. Email, phone, 2 more. And that's throwing an error for 2 reasons, because it doesn't have jQuery here, which I don't think I actually added here. Nope, did it without. So that's going to be document dot query selector as HTML input elements, and then all of those dot value. Cool. Okay. Just gonna copy these. Okay. Our field IDs are name, email, phone, and message. Let's improve that. Lead gen name. There we go. Lead gen email. Lead gen name input. Lead gen email input. Lead gen form phone input. Lead gen message input. Okay. That means all of these become boom, 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 boom. Name, email, phone, message. Okay. Email, phone, message. Okay. So now we're capturing all the data. Create a data object. And this is going to be format like so. And we're going to have the name equal name, the email equal email, phone equal phone, message equal message, like so. And then return data. So now we can capture the data anytime we need to. And here, we'll take this out. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, so now when we type, nope. Oh, I didn't. Oh, that's why. I wonder, let's, I'm just gonna try it on the form. See if that works. No. What? It's telling me it can't access handle data. Maybe because it's private. Interesting. I've never seen that before. Why can't you access information you already have? Hmm. Call this handle form data. Start there. This is undefined. So let's try this. Why is handle data undefined? Yeah, I don't think so. Hmm. That's interesting. So should be actually waiting for this before we do the rest. So let's see. Let's do this inverted. I'll do it this way. Um, data, lead gen data. Okay, so that method is good. And I'll do it this way where we do it that way. So then we should be able to put this in here. See if that works. Query selector is null. No, it's not. Yes, it is, because I misspelled it. Lead gen. Okay. Hmm. Interesting. Okay. Basically, it's saying that I can't use form handle form data inside of validate form data, and I can't use validate form data inside of handle form data, which don't make any sense. Why? Because I did that shit yesterday. But what I did not do was that. Okay. All right. All right. Copy that. Move that over here. Plug that in here. And then phone is still. Okay. Shit. I need to redo that. Because of the phone package. Phone number. There we go. And that's okay. Now we can run validate form down here. Hey, of course. What? This is insane. Okay, I gotta figure out what the hell's going on. So I'm gonna pause this and I'll figure out what the hell's going on and I'll come back. Stand by. Okay, and we're back. All right, so I got it working. Let me show you guys what I did, and then I'll show you how it works. So I had to convert these back to an is type of logic. So is this valid? True is yes. So I set that up and I set the defaults. All the fields are set up to true. So the error message doesn't show up whenever you first load the page, but the form is set to false. That way you can't submit right away. So that is how that is. But this here, I had to bind this to the validate form data. That's why it wasn't working correctly. So I had to invert these and then bind this, and now it's all working correctly. So we got this handle form data, and then that's going to validate the data as it's handled. And then validate form data. We have our email validation here. It's the format that it's supposed to be. We have this phone validation, which is going to check for the country strict validation, and then don't worry about mobile phones. These two, the name and the message, are set automatically when this loads, but then the phone and the email go through their individual validations to test. And then this down here says, if this is true, and this is true, and this is true, and this is true, meaning if they're all valid, then the form is valid. Otherwise, the form is not valid. So then I have this on change set up to handle form data on each field. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then down here at the bottom, we also have our ready to submit identifier. So let me show you what this looks like. Okay. So naturally, everyone's going to start at the top. So we're going to go with Jared. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh shit, yep, I do need to fill those out. I would prefer to do these individually, but that also, actually, I can do these individually. So it just adds more logic. Basically, we have to take all that logic from the validate form and then put them into separate items. So Jared, and then there we go. And then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then something awesome. What is it? I don't know. Something amazing. I guess. The Incredibles, right? So now that is actually ready to submit, but it doesn't do anything. So let's take this, because it's a horrible, horrible UX for them to be validated altogether. So we're going to break this up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Yeah, it looks disgusting, I know. So actually I'm gonna do 5. Okay. So validate form data is gonna do everything. And then each one of these is gonna do something individual. So validate form name, email, phone, and message. So for each one of these, we're going to take out the is form valid. Because that doesn't apply, or it no longer applies. And we're doing the form message, so I can take out email and phone. And then take out name. So now each one of these will be handled individually. So that also means we got to do some more voodoo up top. So stand by. Phone. So we'll take out this. We'll take out these two. We'll take out email. And then we'll take out everything. Okay. And then email. We'll take out all of this. And we'll take out this. Okay. And then form name. We get to take out email and phone. Email, phone. Take out the form. And then take out the message. Boom. All right. And then this one will we'll check all of them. So this dot validate form name. Yep. Oh, yeah, I have to fix that in a minute. This dot validate form email. This dot validate form phone. This dot validate form message. Okay. And then check state. Okay. So now all of these come off of here. And instead, we come up to handle and pull each one individually. So that's going to stay there for now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Form name. Boom. Okay. And then this one. Email. Take out data. All right, that one's good. And form phone. Take out data. All right. And message. And take out data. Okay. So now each one of these can be validated independently. And with that, we take out this ready to submit message. And we also have to go all the way back to the top and add some more binds. So validate form email. Validate form message. Yep. We're just doing these alphabetically. Name. And phone. Okay. So all of those will be good. And then the fun part is, what do we do with them? So you don't actually have to input the data there because we're already capturing it, but we still want to capture it here, validate it, and then return it. So okay, so we'll do the trickle down, right? We'll do that. And then this gets, nope, that gets messy. Okay. If data, okay, so if no data, that's not going to work. Yeah, I don't want to do that because that just gets messy. So we could take data and then add the data to each one, but then that means we have to use the whole thing to actually get the data, and that doesn't do what we want it to do, to have our independent validations. So I'll take that out. That's fine. So instead, we will validate data first and then recapture it and send it for the form submit. Okay, so there's that. Now each form can go here. So validate name. There we go. Validate email. Validate phone. And validate message. And then we'll add another validation to this to check everything again. Actually, we don't have to check these again. There we go. I like it. That's cleaner. No, because because it's not going to give us the error messages. Okay, so now we can test this. Bring it over. So okay. So far, so good. So now, here comes the fun part. Okay, let's do this one first. We are going to need all of our data, which is the lead gen data. And then we take out child. Need to add these two fields. Here. It's optional fields. Okay, take that out, take that out, and make them optional. Okay, cool. So now we can send all the data to it. So now we just need we need just to check the slug of the page. So in order to do that, we need a component. Let's see. Nope, not in that project. So okay. Yep, it looks crazy. I know. Okay, so now we can use that to build out our data. So let's build our data. Which means all of this goes away. Okay. So this is let data be gen data DTO equal weights. Okay. So we're gonna get our data. Actually, I'll do it this way. Here we go. So then we have listing URL equals okay, I gotta check a config item real quick. Stand by. Okay, so the listing URL, that's lead gen form dot path name. Okay, so we can dynamically set that, and then data dot listing slug will be lead gen form dot path name dot split 0 1. Let's see what this does. That, and then pause that. Submit update, or I'm gonna call handle submit, which that's the industry standard for what I'm doing here. All right. So this one we'll get rid of for now. All right. That should be interesting. Okay. So I'm gonna blow this up. Not all the way. Still got my face out there. So got to be able to see around it. There. There. Okay. So, John Wick. John Wick at gmail.com. 634-5789. Um, I'm thinking back. Okay. Uh, that's gonna be fun. Okay. Well, that's the way you're supposed to do it, but now it's saying it's not. Of course. All right. Well, let me look it up. Um, oh, that's what I'm missing. Hmm. Yep. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. Yo, 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 and a bottle of rum. Okay. It's ho. All right. Listing slug podcast. Okay. So here's how we fix that. Mm, all right. So now I can do path name dot split by this. Okay. 0, 1, 2. All right. Sweetness. So now we're gonna do this again. Let's pick a new character. Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne at Wayne.com. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm Batman. Okay. Boom. There it is. And it resubmits to nothing because it's not going anywhere. Okay. So before we can, so we can turn this on, but the API submit API call is much better. Okay. Install import Axios. Okay. So coming to here. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. We need to add a new form item or a new item here. Slug. Yes. Technically goes under URL. And then directory. Okay. Now, there we go. Listing directory, which was the podcast. We need that there. Beautiful. Okay. Now we can get rid of this. Okay. This is the format for everything. So this is our API URL. And there's our format, right? This becomes data dot listing directory. And then we need to send all of this data here. Don't need any credentials. This is all of our data we're going to send. So data dot email, data dot listing slug, data dot listing URL, data dot message, data dot name, and data dot phone number. How exciting is this? Okay. We don't want to redirect. But we do want to. Okay. I'll do that in a minute. Okay. So all of this should work. Keyword should. Okay. We got mail trap open. Cool. Let's clear it out. Okay. All good there. All good there. So here is the podcast. Okay. So this is from the podcast. Damn it. Oh, gotta start over because it's not supposed to have the URL for him there. Okay. Okay. No errors. Page reloads. All good. And no email. Oh, bitch. Why do we not have an email? Did I hit the right endpoint? Patch. Oh my goodness. It's a post. Okay. Submit AP. Select that. Okay. Try again. Submit. All right. There's that. And still no email. Ah, no error. No error. What? Well, let's check. Oh, well, that didn't work. Let me try something different. Oops. What? Did I have the wrong method in there? Handle submit. Yep. All good there. All good there. Let's check this. Nothing. 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 Okay. Gonna play around with it. Oh, we can see what the hell's happening without the context of everything else. Submit. Refresh. All right. Right. And mail trap. Nothing. Let's take out this reload. All right, I'm missing something. I think it's a change events. Um, is handle submit. Yep. Okay. Oh, sorry. This goes up here. There you go. Which also means submit needs to be on submit. Oh, like that. It also means I don't need those. Okay. I think that's going to do it. I'm also spitballing, but I think that really is going to do it. Means our data should be loaded. Yep. Our form should be ready. Take off the question mark. Okay. Cool. Um, playing this game again, huh? Okay. $65 right here. Yeah, which one did I put? Hmm, There we go. I'm getting data. I'm getting data. Email sent. Boom. You have a new lead, suckers. There it is. Okay. So, oh, okay. So that is on the podcast. Here is the nonprofit. Let's go with okay. Submit. 3, 2, 1, go. Boom. Probably should have checked that. All right, that was sent. Boom. Boom, boom. So far, so good. And the final one is the business listing. Okay. All right. Um, submit. And boom, boom. Email. There it is. Business. Marty McFly. Okay. So now that we know that all of this chaos is working, we need to take 2 additional steps. Oh, so step 1, wrap all of this chaos in a method. We're going to call this is form bid form submit. Okay. And bid form submit. Yes or no? Nope. Okay. So all of this chaos goes in here. Okay, and so if the answer is yes, they did submit it, then we're going to replace all this chaos with a message. Thank you for contacting so and so. Okay, message sent to so and so. Pretty simple. Okay, so now we need to go into each one of these. 1, 2, 3. Because they're missing the form title. Yep. And this is going to be business. Um, business name. Yep. So now, there it is. Boom, boom. Okay, so that one's done. Um, nonprofit. Yeah, we need to change the font size of that. Okay. Yep. There you go. That's a little more realistic. Um, so then Legion form. Turn this into typography variant H3. There we go. They look the same. Yep. Okay. And then we can add that font size there. That should clean it up. What? Okay. So we're gonna have to do something different. Assets, modules, pages. Oh, that's the portal. That's why. Assets, pages. Single page. Okay. Hero. Header. Main. Okay. I'll just do it this way. Form. Label. Input. Button. Group. Checkbox. Horrible way to do it, but hate using important. Yep. And then there we go. So now we just need to float it. And so that's where things are going to get interesting. Okay. So here, main section is position relative. That's going to make it fun. And then here, lead gen form wrapper. Okay. Right. That's where we want it. Might just be easier to move this thing up. Nope. Nope. right. That looks nice. So now we're gonna do the same thing for the other ones. Non-profit. Like so. Take all of these. And then take this, move it down. That's the non-profit edition. Nice. Boom, boom. I like it. Then the podcast edition. Right. So boom, 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 boom. I like it. Cool. Okay. That's a lot of freaking work. So now we got to go through and commit everything. And that's going to get messy. So I'm going to take like 20 minutes and I'll come back and do it. You can see that it's actually like 2:20 in the morning. Yeah, I know. So stand by. Alrighty. Let's get into it. Okay. We got a lot of stuff to go through, so let's just here, I'm gonna move my face. That way I can see all the notes. Okay. Set up lead gen data DTO. Interfaces, update barrel. So, boom. All right. Come back to that. Okay. Um, update imports. Uh, use use lead gen form. All right. Set up page conditional. All right. So that's podcast is now done. Oh, we didn't test the conditional. All right. Done. Killed my dog. There you go. if false. Oh, that's why. Because this needs to set state. There we go. Uh, hmm, that takes a long time to do. Because it has to validate everything a lot. So then let's try that. Holy shit. Oh, this one didn't submit. Okay. I need to do something here. Okay. Let's move this up and one of these down. Get rid of that and get rid of that. There we go. There's that. That way the contact heading still stays around. But we need the submit contact lead, okay? I did one of these before. Trying to think of where it's at. Oh, source, components, molecules, forms, exchange. That one. Yep. Okay. And now these will do the same. We'll set timeout on all of them. These up. And then this one. Just be 10. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, done. All right. So submit contact lead. There we go. Just do it this way. Convert this jQuery to run to X context equals. Yep. There we go. X content, right? Yep. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So let's 500, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, 2,500, 3,000, 3,500, 4,000, 4,500, 5,000. There we go. Oh, it's a little bit shorter. Okay. 20 Hawk. Play my game. Okay, that takes way too fucking long. Why does this take forever? I'm gonna do this after the third one. There we go. See if that still will keep running the next two cycles. I mean, okay. So I'm hoping that this will still run while this is still running. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, okay. Then move this down to here. There we go. That looks a lot better. And go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, send. And we should have mail trap. Boom. There's that one. There's that one. There's Tony Hawk. There's Donnie from Ninja Turtles, John Wick. Okay. So that should be working fine. Now we can finish up. That's a big deal. Okay. Here we go. Make sure I can still push forward with that. Okay, so on nonprofit, we update imports. trying to burn through these because we still have to deploy this and test it. Okay. All right. Cool. This one here. Um, Easy day, and this is where all the chaos is at. So oops. Yep. Here we go. Import custom modules. Set up page prompts. Sweetness. Set up page state. Create class. Set up static path name variable. Set up constructor. Boom. Set up handle form data method. Set up handle submit method. Set up submit API call method. Um, Set up validate form data method. Set up validate form name method. Set up validate form mail method. Set up validate form phone method. Set up validate form message method. Okay. Set up base render. There we go. Okay. Set up. Oh, set up form error messages. Okay. Set up form success message. Up form conditional, and then the rest set up form. Oh, okay. It's usually more than that. All right. Date project version 0.7.49. Good Lord. We already did QA. Now we're going to deploy. Okay. So this is public. So dev. Right, that is merged. So now we'll go to Vercel public dev. All right. So we have to wait for this to deploy. So I'm going to pause this for a moment and I'll be back when we get a message one way or the other. All right. So we have our dev site deployed. You can see it's ready there. So that means we can actually, we'll take these down. We can go to rifle range. We can test this live. That shit needs to go. Okay, so here's rifle range. So we'll have business, nonprofit, and podcast. So here's business. I'll just do mine there. Okay, so mm, 3, 1, 2, 3, and submit. Nice. So that means I should actually get an email. Yep. I got an email marked not junk. And there she blows. This is gonna be pretty sweet. So now we know we got all this working and all of that's beautiful. There's one more thing we need to add because I'll put it in another ticket, but we need to add a reCAPTCHA type of thing. Just a spam prevention tool needs to be added. So I'm going to go ahead and deploy this now. But tomorrow, after I wake up, because it's 3:15 a.m., I'll go back and add the spam prevention stuff. So working all good. Now we pull the latest branch. Boom. We can delete this. All right, and we can finally deploy to main. Holy shit. I don't know how many videos this has been, but I started this on Wednesday and now it's Saturday. So that tells you anything. All right, so that one, here's the production deployment. So we'll wait on that and then we'll test it again, make sure it works. And then we'll publish all these videos and get something pushed out to the masses. All right, we are back and our production deployment has worked successfully. So let's go test it. Oh, shit. Holy fuck. Oh, shit. Why? I was just moving lightning fast a moment ago. Okay. Well, let's see if we can get some logs still running, which means it's not submitting. Gotta comment out that on um, go. So excluding that. There we go. It's always something, right? Axios error. All of the data is good. What's the problem? Endpoint is good. What's the freaking error? Network error. That's it. It's just a timeout. I don't even make no sense. Okay. Well, this goes to show I can put in these, several days worth of work only for it to break when I try to launch it. Cores blocked. Why would cores be blocked? Because I don't have this header. Oh man. Okay. So that header should be part of everything. So I shouldn't have to add it manually. But I'm gonna check. Okay, let's find. All right, so let's take this portal. Close that. We're gonna check this. Get static props. They did even less here. Maybe because it's a get. Yep. Two oh four. Course header. Access control. Allow origin. Missing. No credentials to send. That can't be it. All right, well, we're going to find out real quick because I'm redeploying this to prod. And we'll see what happens when we come back. All right, so stand by. All right, so we are back and deployment successful once again. So we will refresh this page. And I'm going to keep this open so I can see what it is. Oh my goodness. There we go. Well, kill. I know that guy. What? Oh my goodness. It's still throwing a cores error, even though. Right, nonprofit. Just to have some different stuff happening here. Okay. Um, oh. All right. Well, looks like I gotta take this down because um I gotta figure out what's going on with it. Um you know what, I'm actually just gonna do it the smart way, the correct developer way. We deployed twice. So there's one, there's two, and this is from, there we go, instant rollback. Rollback to continue. Done. Which means when I refresh, that'll be gone. Yep. Okay. Now I gotta figure out why I have a cores error. Sweet. The problem never ends. So that's where I'm gonna leave you for now for tonight. I'm gonna figure out what this cores error is, and then I'll go through the fix and then resubmit, do the testing, confirm it works, and then we can be done with this epic journey. So until next time, guys, take it easy.